What is up, everybody, and welcome to the Build Junkies channel. Today we dusted off an oldie but goodie and gave it a nice new fresh coat of paint. Back in the day, I took the Negotiator's Dilemma gear set and I made a skill build out of it just because I could. But I tell you, I never really thought that it hit quite as hard as it should have, or that I intended it to hit. But with this new Brazos set that came out with this season, I finally got this thing where I feel it needs to be. It hits hard. I'm transferring really good damage from mark to mark with the Negotiators. The skills, sure, I'd love it to be a 6 tier instead of a 5 tier, and get that drone damage up above 100k. But when you factor in, if you've got 3 marks on your target, you're working on a 4th, your skills both are putting out damage together combined above 210, 220k combined, and you're putting out over 500k a crit depending on your distance, with 3 marked targets and a 4th one you're working on. When you do the math, at each crit, you're critting for over 2 million, like 2.2 million a crit. That's a lot of damage. Now, granted, with a lot of damage comes a lot of aggro. And this build does utilize the glass cannon talent, so you have to play conservatively. You have to play smart. You will see plenty of times in this gameplay footage where I was getting cocky. I was taking a little bit too much damage. But the build is tight. It does work. It hits and acts exactly like I wanted it to. Check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you guys again in the build breakdown. Alrighty, I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay, and let's dive into the build breakdown for this fun build. Alright, starting us off with specialization. We're looking at technician here, and that's in order to give us that nice extra skill tier, which is needed. Primary and secondary weapons. Primary is going to be the capacitor. If you haven't noticed, I really do enjoy that gun. And the secondary is going to be the named rifle, the Harmony, with perfect in sync on it. You didn't have to bust this out at all during the gameplay, but I imagine in long battles you probably would. And it hammers at a pretty good little amount. And as usual, the card, TDI Custom, sitting in the pistol slot, looking delicious. Alright, mask is up first. Going to be the first piece of negotiators. It is a weapon damage core, a crit hit damage secondary, and a crit hit chance mod. Chest piece is up next. Going to be the first piece of Brazos, rerolled with a skill tier, explosive resistant, which I wish was crit chance, crit damage, and a crit damage mod with glass cannon as the talent. Karo's holsters up next, rerolled with a skill tier, crit hit damage as a secondary, and that extra weapon damage core. Second piece of negotiator is going to be the knee pads, weapon damage core, crit hit chance as the secondary. Gloves are up next. Skill tier as the core, and crit hit damage as the secondary. And last but not least, the fourth piece of negotiators, weapon damage core, crit hit damage secondary, and a crit hit damage mod. Now the skills I was using today was the assault turret and the striker drone. We'll take a look at those stats, but this is a skill build, folks. You want to run Seeker Mines, you want to run Oxy Clouds, to each their own. Pick your skill and rock it out. I will say this though, anything that you got to aim, you're going to be taken away from your gun damage for the negotiator, so it's probably should be a skill that you can let do its own thing. But we'll take a look at the general stats. And as always, please like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications for future videos we put out. We really do appreciate you guys checking these out when we drop them. And I hope you guys are all having a safe, wonderful day, and we will see you guys in the next video.